Next guest is joining a group of House Republicans sending a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland. Here it is, demanding for him to withdraw his school board memo. Remember that? This coming as Garland facing more tough questions at tomorrow's Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. Joining us to discuss is Republican Congressman from California, Tom McClintock. Congressman, good to see you, and thanks so much for coming on. Let's talk about this letter. You call out Garland sidestepping all the questions at the House Judiciary Committee hearing. Let's take a listen to this. This is when he appeared to not know anything about that sexual assault case alleged, or even the laws regarding it there in Virginia.
The girl who had been raped, sodomized in the bathroom of a high school by a dude wearing a skirt, that father reacted. Now, that father reacted by simply using a derogatory word. Would that statement have bothered you if your daughter had been raped, if somebody said that it didn't occur?
Again, I don't know anything about the facts of this case.
Are you aware that Loudoun County failed to report this sexual assault according to state law? And are you investigating this?
Again, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about this case.
Are you aware that the Virginia General Assembly, run by Democrats, voted for and Democrat Governor Ralph Northam signed a bill allowing schools to refrain from reporting instances of sexual battery, stalking, violation of a protective order, and violent threats occurring on school property? Is the FBI investigating how this may conflict with the Violence Against Women Act or conflict with your own domestic terrorism efforts?
I don't know anything about the Virginia legislation.
And again, this is after they made an arrest in this alleged case. Your thoughts on the AG not knowing anything about it?
Well, he's either lying or he's completely out of touch with reality. I mean, that case has been major news across the country for many weeks, and it is fundamental to his order for the FBI to start watching parents at school board meetings. And he admitted that the only evidence that he had to issue that order was provided to him by the School Boards Association, which, by the way, has now rescinded and repudiated that letter. So he's out there all by himself, claiming complete ignorance of the subject, relying only on this letter from the leftist staff at the School Boards Association, repudiated by the association itself, and he still hasn't rescinded that order. That just speaks volumes about the sheer incompetence or duplicity of the Attorney General in his office.
And bringing the viewers up to fact here, the National School Board Association did, in fact, send a letter apologizing for the language that was used, essentially paraphrasing here, but saying that they would do better. This in response to backlash of parents being labeled, those who come to school board meetings and are concerned, as domestic terrorists. They recognize that they shouldn't have used this language. They apologized. They regretted it. This is all in a letter that the NSBA has recently sent out. Why hasn't the AG's office said anything about it, and do they need to?
Of course they need to. Again, the entire reason for that order, which has a chilling effect on free speech across the country, the right of parents to petition their school board for redress of grievances over their own children. The fact that he's relied on a letter that the School Boards Association has now repudiated, again, it's mind-boggling to me that we would have reached this stage where the Department of Justice is treating concerned citizens as if they were terrorists.
I want to switch it to the president for a second here. He was in New Jersey. This was yesterday, pushing his Build Back Better agenda. He's also visiting a school. We'll play this for you. This is the president saying he tries to avoid the media.
You know, when you're president, see all these people here? They're with you all the time. They get to ask you all kinds of questions, and you try to figure out how you can avoid answering them sometimes.
A jovial moment, but at the same time, this president is the least accessible president that we've seen essentially in a long time. Some would say ever. Your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, what he said was no secret. Everybody knows it. He cannot answer for his policies, so he simply doesn't take any questions. But people are living with the result of these policies every day. Skyrocketing crime rates, skyrocketing costs because of inflation, because of all of the reckless spending this administration has done and continues to do. the collapse of Afghanistan, the collapse of our southern border, and all that means for everything from wages to our local crime rates to the effect on our schools and the overcrowding of our hospitals. People are living with this every day. Frankly, I don't think they need to ask him a lot of questions. They know that these policies are producing results that are destroying our country and destroying the quality of life that Americans once took for granted.
All right, that is Congressman Tom McClintock joining us live this Tuesday morning. Congressman, good to see you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.